We can't really, I guess, extrapolate the positivity with the South Korean trade deal, now the revamped NAFTA, some sort of structure around Japanese, U.S. trade ties as well, into any sort of positivity around China, can we?
No, I think it's going to be the exact opposite. I think all these recent trade deals give Trump confidence that he can withstand making a quick deal with the Chinese. I think it takes pressure off Trump, especially the NAFTA deal takes political pressure off from the farming community, and it just emboldens him to take a really hard line. So I think we should expect an increase in the tariffs on the $200 billion to go from 10% to 25% in January. I think the Trump administration increasingly wants deep, large structural changes in the Chinese economy, and they're not going to make a deal until they get them. And they feel that the wind is at their back because they have trade deals with South Korea, now Canada and Mexico, and they're starting talks with Japan.
Evan, you certainly get that sense of vindication, right? Hearing from President Trump, hearing from his Treasury Secretary saying that this is evidence that the tough stance on tariffs is an effective strategy. When it comes to China, though, I mean, it's a wildly different and more complicated beast, politically, as well as just talking about the trade relationship and its fundamentals. What can Beijing actually do? Because if you're asking for long-term, big structural changes to be made so that Trump can claim that as a political win, they can't and probably won't do that.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's structural changes and there's structural changes. If the Chinese wanted to, they could very quickly begin to liberalize their services sector, open it up in a very significant way, not just raising equity caps and allowing foreigners to invest in sectors that are previously cut off, but also make meaningful commitments to allow foreign companies not just to invest, but almost guarantee market share. So there's definitely steps that the Chinese can take. Big structural changes like liberalizing the exchange rate or opening the capital account, that's probably not stuff the Chinese want to do. It's certainly not in American interest for them to do it. So I would say there's a sliding scale of changes. I think the problem is the Chinese are resistant to doing anything because they feel that they have a gun pointed at their head.